This means, as we evaluate any proposal that we receive, we then check whether it will contribute to one or more of these 6 impact areas. And a project that will therefore be much more valued is one that contributes to at least 2 or more of these impact areas. And also, as we evaluate the success and the completion of a project to see whether it has achieved anything meaningful, we also revisit these to see how far is this project assisting in addressing some of these issues, such as sustainable development solutions, empowerment of communities. And the reason for that, I want to take it and link it briefly to the National Development Plan that identify these 3 key challenges that we face as a nation. That is poverty, unemployment, and inequality. And in that also, the model expands that to see how do we address poverty through growth, how do we address inequality through prosperity, how do we address unemployment through competitiveness. I will not have time to really focus on this one, but you can see that when we are facing challenges, that in itself present an opportunity to develop something new that can address some of these challenges. We can turn our challenges into opportunities that can result with new enterprises, creation of jobs, and hence economic development. This information we've been trying to share, and I hope it's getting through. Currently within the R&D environment, there are 4 KSAs. And I guess anyone who's worked with the Water Research Commission knows the KSA, the key strategic areas. And there are 4 of them: the water resource management, water use and waste management, water-linked ecosystems, and water utilization in agriculture. And what I wanted to highlight this morning is that moving forward from this financial year, we have combined the first 2 KSAs, water resource management and water-linked ecosystems, into one called water resource and ecosystems. Now, this is because there were too many projects that were really becoming common between the 2, and it made sense to actually combine them. And then that's what has happened. There is also another interesting program within the WRC. I will use the word program. We call it Lighthouses, where we identify new emerging areas that we need to build research R&D capacity in, and then once there is sufficient people working in the area, then it will move into the different KSAs. One of them is water and big data, a new emerging area, how big data is going to be assisting us in the future to manage our water. This whole issue about moving from using data to predict to using data to prescribe. Not that I understand it fully, talk to the IT people, they tell you long, complicated stories, but it's going to be interesting, that's all I know. And then the issues around water scarcity and extreme weather events, water and green economy, those that I've highlighted there are the new ones. But there are also ongoing ones, like the water sensitive design, water energy, food nexus, and so on and so forth. These are the areas where we're trying to draw the attention of researchers to say, let's look at these areas. Once we've got sufficient interest, then it moves to the KSAs. It's a way of cultivating interest in certain particular subjects that we believe are key to water management in the future. Now, I'm not going to dwell on this, but just to highlight that there are outputs that are coming out from the R&D section, and these outputs are feeding the innovation and impact, and we measure those very, very strictly, and we are evaluated on them. I want to speak more about innovation and impact, because this is what will translate directly into benefits for the South African water sector. And I've put in those letters in red there that says speeding up the transfer of water-related research outputs to application as our core